Loading. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bam! It says that we're recording.
Brilliant.
Now let's see if we're recording on Facebook, and we are recording on YouTube now.
Ooh wee,
Oh
fancy
man,
pants.
this is exciting. Hello everyone, welcome to the brand new Pro Camera Reviews show. My name is Chris Gambit. I'm the editor-in-chief and founder of the Phoblographer, and we are super, everyone says that they're really excited. I am incredibly elated. I am filled with joy. I am over the moon for the fact that we have a better streaming platform now. We've needed it for a really, really long time, and we finally have it. Plus, now we're not only streaming on this platform, which is Riverside FM, but we're also streaming on Facebook, and we're
Hmm.
streaming on YouTube, and later on, we're also going to be streaming to our Twitter. And, we actually have a Twitch page. I just never really decided to do anything with it, but we're going to be doing that as well too soon. So I am very, very excited for that. That's awesome. I am joined by the gear editor Brett Day, the one and only man himself. How's it going, man?
Good. How you doing? Hi everyone. Good to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are getting our bearings on this new platform, please bear with us. If you are joining us here on Riverside FM, you can chat with us over in the right hand side. If you are over on Facebook, you can also chat with us as you wish. And, oh, it's saying go live, so maybe I should set that to go live there. And Facebook is doing that, and YouTube is doing that as well too. Cool. Okay, wonderful. It's
There's a
so
lot
much
going
different
on.
than Zoom, man. It's a million times different than Zoom. Oh man.
Oh yeah, but it's going to
Um,
be a million times better as well, so it's well worth it.
yeah, no, absolutely. We've got an awesome show for you folks today, and again, we're super excited about it because of this new platform. But we're also talking to you folks about some pretty cool, new, exciting things. Brett will be leading a talk about the new Canon EOS M50 Mark II.
Hmm.
This is another one of their EFM cameras. It's tiny. It's sort of rangefinder style, right?
No, it's DSLR style.
Oh, it's DSLR style. I was
Yep.
wrong. Um, but Brett's been using it for a little while. He's been having a lot of fun, so we are very excited to be talking about that. And in addition to that, too, I am talking to you folks about the brand new. I usually go around saying Gitzo, and then I rewatch their IndieGogo video again. It's pronounced Jitso.
Really?
Yeah, but it's spelled Gitzo.
Yeah, I thought you said Gitzo.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I guess we do in America. I'm not sure, but uh, the crazy thing is, it's the Legend backpack, and the
Hmm.
Legend is spelled a little different. It's got like that little accente mark on it, but they say it is Legend.
See, I was like, is it
I was, I
Legend?
was
Yeah.
wondering the same thing, so I went back and I watched the video just to make sure. So I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, fine. So we are doing that. We're talking to you folks about that. We are very excited once again. I'm going to make sure that we are streaming on the Book of Face because we are streaming on the YouTube, and I know that. And we're streaming there. Wonderful.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Chris Hank is saying, "Are you streaming my chats in Live F in Riverside FM?"
No.
You should be able to chat here, folks. If it's not going as planned, we're really sorry. Things will hopefully get fixed up soon. Um, yeah. So you want to go first, or should I?
I can go first if you like, and somebody's chat just came through.
Oh, wonderful.
So
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay,
It's
hello
working.
is saying okay, hello.
Brilliant.
Yes, there you go. All right, man. Oh, that's Christine. Hi, Christine. Wonderful to see you here. All right, man. Go for it.
All right, fantastic. And please, guys, again, if you have anything you wanna add or ask us, please just jump in chat and throw it in there on Facebook or on here. We'll get to your questions as soon as we can. So, for the last week or so, I have had my hands on I want to say new, although it's been out since late last year, the Canon EOS or however you want to pronounce that, M50 Mark II, and that is this tiny little guy right here. And it really is tiny, as you can see right here. I hold it like
Wow.
this. Yeah, it is really, really small, with a really, really big touch screen on the back, which I really do enjoy. But yeah, I've had my hands on this, and I've taken it out here and there. I've even used it as a webcam, and I've got some good things and some not so good things to go over in this first impressions.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Not so
yeah,
good things.
I mean, it's for the price of it. It's 6.99, 5.99 for the camera, 6.99 with the kit. It's it's for who it's really designed for. I think it would be okay. And when I went into this review and these first impressions, I was like, I need to review this as the average buyer who would go for this camera, and that's really going to be someone stepping up from smartphones or someone who's just stepping up into videography. And that's really who this camera is designed for. And for that purpose, I think it's okay. As you can see, well, for me, this camera really reminds me, Chris, of the old Rebel series
Mm-hmm.
of DSLRs in terms of how it's built. It's a plastic fantastic, which you would expect, for this price point, but it doesn't feel cheap. It feels okay. I think it would be okay for the average person who's going to use this on a daily basis.
Brett,
I'm
keep
sorry,
going. I'm just gonna close my window really quick.
sure, absolutely. So I think it's going to stand up to the rigors of the daily use of people who are going to buy this without any problems at all. There's no weather sealing, which, I think at 6.99, 5.99, 6.99 with the lens, you could put some weather sealing in it, but you're not going to be able to take this camera out into the rain or snow or strong blowing winds because you're going to get dust and stuff on the sensor.
That's so
So
sad.
yeah, it really is sad. I really wish, just even if it was just a tiny bit of weather sealing in here, just so you could, go out and shoot in more conditions, it would be fantastic.
Yeah, but you know what? Also, I don't think anything that's EFM actually has weather sealing. Now that I think about it.
I don't think it does too. I know the M50 II doesn't, I believe, and that's really their flagship EFM camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a really unfortunate about this camera. I really wish they would look into that because it would make them a much more well-rounded package. One of the things with this camera, which I mentioned just a minute ago, is the touch screen on here. Let me just flip this on. This touch screen is excellent. I absolutely love it. It's only a 3-inch touchscreen, so it's not the biggest I've seen. It's still smaller than, say, the Fujifilm X-T200, which is a 3.5-inch screen, but the screen ratio to body size makes this screen feel huge, and it's really easy to use.
Put your thumb on the side. Let's see. On like, oh,
Yeah, so there you go. It almost takes up the whole back panel.
huh.
Yeah, and as with sticking with true Canon form, everything is touch friendly on this camera. So you can dive into the menus, which I'll show you right here. You can
Oh,
dive into the menus and you can touch and swipe your way through the menus, which is absolutely brilliant. I love it. This is
oh,
something that should be in every camera.
yes, I agree with you.
And I mean, to get this in a camera at this price point, brilliant. If you're coming up from a smartphone and you're used to using your smartphone screen to touch, it's got a brilliant autofocus system in there which lets you just simply touch the screen like most cameras do, but this is really responsive. There's no lag. Touch, it focuses, boom, off you go. So it's really catering to the photographers who are coming up from smartphones, which I really like.
What about face detection? Is there anything in there like for it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it actually uses Canon's dual pixel AF, which is another positive because that's a good system. It does have face and eye detect for humans. It doesn't have anything for animals. Face detect will work without a mask on. Put a mask on and it can't detect a face and it won't detect an eye. Yeah,
Hmm.
but
Okay.
it is there. If you're in maskless situations, it will find a face and it will find an eye pretty easily.
So it's not as fast as like the EOS R or the R6 or anything like that.
Oh no no no! It's nowhere near as fast as those, but it's still very usable.
Huh.
Yeah, not too shabby.
No, I'm trying to understand that. So, do you have your phone nearby?
I do.
Can you hold it up, like next to your phone? Let's see how large it is. Okay.
There you go. And just for reference, this is an iPhone 11 Pro Max. So yeah, it's a lot smaller than my phone.
Let's see the top. Let's see how thin it is once again.
There you
Okay.
go.
And that's comfortable?
It's pretty comfortable. Yeah, you wouldn't think so. I mean, the grip doesn't look very deep, but I mean, I'm able to grab this and hold onto it pretty well. The divot in the grip sits really well, so you can slide your finger in there and get a nice firm grip on it. And I mean, the shutter button falls into place really nicely. The only thing I really had an issue with is because the real estate on the back for the controls here is so small, my hands are so big, I couldn't I couldn't change the controls one-handed without feeling like my wrist was going to break.
Mm.
So I found myself often having to take the camera down, hold it with two hands, and then change the settings with the buttons on the back.
Just like the old Rebels, like you were saying.
Exactly, yeah. This is why I was trying to draw comparisons to them. Yeah, it feels just like that.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of the old SL2 series,
Hmm.
if anything.
Yeah, absolutely. SL2, SL3. I think that's kind of what this is going after. It's just a mirrorless version.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. You
Hmm.
said 699 once again?
$599 for the body, $699 with the 15 to 45.
Okay.
So it's in that ballpark.
Yeah. Let's take a look at some images.
Yeah, this is going to be a mixed bag on the image quality.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's got a 24 megapixel APS-C sensor in there. So I was going into this thinking, "Oh, okay, it's not going to be too bad. It should be pretty good." When you're in good light and you're at a low ISO, yeah, it's totally fine. Images are nice and clean. It's got those nice Canon colors that we like. Skin tones look fantastic. It was just a nice camera to walk around and use. The problem comes, and I don't understand why this is an issue, and I know it was an issue with the first generation of this camera as well.
Hold
As,
on, really quickly. Can you see that I am switching photos?
yep, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Go right
Yep.
ahead, and then I have a point to make.
Sure, absolutely. So one of the issues we had with the first iteration of this camera was as soon as you started pushing the ISO, the images started to fall apart pretty quickly. And I found that with this camera too. Canon hasn't updated the processor in this at all. It's the same processor, same sensor, almost the same everything to the first camera. And by the time you get to ISO 400, you're starting to see some pretty significant noise already.
400.
ISO 400, yeah. I shot all the way up to 6400 yesterday. 3200 would be the absolute limit. Ideally, if you could keep it at 1600, that would be even better.
This is ISO 1000.
Yeah.
I was about to say, these don't really look like Canon colors.
I mean, I see it.
Oh, these do. Okay.
Yeah. When I was looking at this image on my computer, obviously it's a little bit different when you can see it one to one on your computer, but the amount of noise that was showing up in the guy's shirt and even in that red drink on the table was pretty significant.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's not terrible. This isn't a camera designed for professional use. I think for the majority of people who would go out and spend the money on this camera to just post their images to Facebook or Instagram or wherever, it'll be just fine.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think that everyone that has a phone is being told that, oh, our phone can do this wonderful night mode. And if your large sensor camera can't
Hmm.
really keep up, like, why are you buying a large sensor camera?
Right, absolutely. That's definitely where something like AI will come into play on these phones, on these cameras later on
Yeah.
to help them keep up. But there are modes in this camera that are built in to help, new photographers do things like portrait photography or long exposures or night scenes, where it will basically put the camera into the correct settings for those specific scenes to help you out. So, I mean, that is there if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
This was ISO 400, and I thought the amount of noise in this image was pretty terrible.
Oh, wow.
And again, it might not come across through here on Riverside,
Ooh.
but
Ooh, look at that.
the noise at ISO 400, I was like, oh my gosh, I must have made a mistake. But no, it's ISO 400.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, honestly.
This is ISO 1000.
Hmm.
Obviously, it's hidden a little bit more here because, it's brighter, but you can
Right.
look at his eye.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty significant.
This poor boxer.
Yeah, he looks scared. I was like, man, I just want to take your picture.
Yeah, right? So this is ISO 100.
Yep. And again, like I said, lower ISOs, and I mean extreme lower ISOs, ISO 100, 200, it's fine. And in certain situations at ISO 400, you're going to start seeing that noise. And that was just really pretty shocking to me.
What lens is this?
This was with the 15 to 45 f3.5 6.3 kit lens.
Yeah, there's distortion in this lens for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. And there was some in the other lens I've got with this as well, which is the 55 to 200.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, for a camera to just walk around, what we were doing yesterday, this was St. Patrick's Day parade thing in Oklahoma City. It was a fun little camera just to walk around with. It didn't really draw too much attention just because the camera's so small. It's just easy to walk around and hold, and it was fun to use. I'm just really a little bit disappointed with the performance overall in terms of ISO capabilities.
I agree with you. I just think that you know, these colors to me are just a little blah.
Hmm.
And if you're gonna buy a large sensor camera to get better photos and the colors aren't really there, I don't know. I mean, you're shooting in black and white. Your black and whites look better because they're
Hmm.
embracing the noise.
Right. I wonder how much of that is down to the lens as well, with this just being the cheap kit lens.
Yeah, but I
I'm sure
mean,
it plays a
also at the
part.
same
But
time,
yeah,
go ahead, man.
I was going to say, but yeah, overall, it should still be much better.
Yeah, I'm just not sure who's gonna buy this with let's say you're an EFM owner right now. Why would
Hmm.
you get this camera?
Yeah, there's really no reason to go out and buy this camera at all. There's just other cameras in this price category that absolutely really wiped the floor with this. You got the XT200 from Fujifilm, which we absolutely loved, which is the same price. Just a little bit more money, you have the Nikon Z50, which might be a nose frills camera, but high ISO performance and just general image quality is miles better.
Mm-hmm. John B is saying that's got to be another big downside to the EFM system. There's three good lenses for it, and two are made by Sigma. Yep.
Yep.
I wish that 22 millimeter f2 was a little bit better.
Hmm.
Susan on Facebook is saying love Canon EOS. Have one lens on and second larger lens. Don't have to swap out. It's nice. On YouTube, we have no live chat. Okay, cool. Going back in. These are really muted Canon colors, man.
Hmm. Yeah, it was also a drab day.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes those can make for really nice shots, though.
Yep, they can.
Yeah.
And this was with the 55 to 200. I used that for a little bit while I was taking pictures of performers on the stage. One of the big selling points of this camera is its size and overall weight. And I mean, even with this 55 to 200 on there, it's such a compact system. So I can see the appeal to it just based off of that.
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I might be a little too hard on it, but I mean, comparatively, once again, I think that there's better out there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely better options out there, but if this is what you've got your heart set on just because of the size, again, this is a lot smaller than the Fujifilm even.
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller than the Nikon Z50 as well. So if ultimate compactness is a thing for you and you still want a camera that has interchangeable lenses, I mean, you've really got this, or you've got maybe an option from Olympus in the EM10 IV.
Didn't you review the 6100?
Yes, I did.
Is this bigger than the 6100? It has to be.
It's bigger in height. In length, it's about the same size.
Okay.
Yeah. The prism, or the EVF on the top, being a DSLR style makes it taller as opposed to the rangefinder of the Sony.
Yeah.
But again, the Sony's in the same ballpark price-wise as well. I think it's like 748.
Yeah, and they have access to a lot more lenses because it's using the same mount as its bigger brother.
Definitely, and the sensor produces better images and is better at high ISO as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is really kind of an oddball camera. Um, this is
Oh
ISO
man,
3200.
3200.
Look at the noise in that. That is
Jeez.
terrible, absolutely terrible. I haven't used a camera that struggled this much at the higher ISOs, and this isn't really even what I would consider a higher ISO anymore. It's really struggling.
Yeah, our print tests are at 6400, and every camera can basically do 6400 no problems.
Oh, easily. I was wondering if I needed to print an ISO 6400 image to see what it would look like, but I can already tell what it's going to look like.
Well, you're getting noise, but it doesn't look like you're getting color noise, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I did see, and again, I don't know if it's going to come across on here. At the higher ISOs, I saw banding from the sensor as well.
I'm not seeing that at 6400 right here.
Okay.
You can sort of see patterns in it, but I don't know if this is like the wood grain or not.
Right. Well,
This is 6400.
this 6400, yeah.
I don't really see evidence of banding here.
Okay, maybe it's just me then.
No, I mean, I agree with you. Like, it's probably you, but like you see better than we do. Oh, I see evidence of banding. I totally see evidence of banding.
You do?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
This is 64.
That's 6400, yeah. So if you're thinking you can buy this camera and do a lot of low light shooting, this camera is not for you. You need to look somewhere else. Really above 3200, these files fall apart. And I did take these files into Lightroom and Capture One as well. And in terms of editing these raw files, there's just nothing there. They fall apart almost as immediately as you start touching the sliders.
Man, that is so sad.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Now you see me again?
I do.
Wonderful. Excellent. When that's being shared, like, are we on the side now, or what's going on?
Yeah, we show up on the right hand side.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, work pretty seamlessly.
Yeah. Wonderful. All right. So let's tackle the who, what, when, where, how, and why about this camera, right? So it seems like the people that would buy this camera are really folks that would want to upgrade from their cell phone, want something with the Canon name around this price tag. But that seems like it's a hard sell against the Sony and Fujifilm stuff.
It's an incredibly hard sell. And again, if you save up an extra 150, jump up to the Z50 as well, which is much better in terms of image quality. The only thing I can think of on this camera, and really for vloggers, which I think Canon are really going after with this camera rather than photographers, is it does offer 4K video, which, you know, it does have an extreme crop on that as well. We did use it as a webcam the other day, and it did a fairly good job. It looked pretty decent. It does 1080p at 60, 30, and 24p. It does have the fully articulating screen, which I think only the Fujifilm has out of all the other cameras we've mentioned. And this one does have a clean HDMI out, so you could use it with an external viewing device if you really wanted to, and not get any information from your camera screen on your video.
John is asking if it loses dual pixel AF and 4K video.
Yes, it does.
Oh no.
Yep.
We did 1080 the other day, right? Yeah.
We did 1080 and it focused pretty well, but yeah, in 4K, it's a no-go.
Yeah. Michael's saying that seems like a lot of YouTubers use these for video. That is true, actually.
They do.
These forms of cameras and then their point and shoots actually dominate for a lot of them. That's why Sony had to respond last year.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes this camera so special?
That's a good question. I honestly haven't found anything that really makes this camera stand out at all. Um, I did hand it to Samantha at one point yesterday, and I was like, because Samantha's not a professional photographer, although she does enjoy picking up a camera and taking pictures. So I handed it to Samantha, and she did really enjoy using it. She said it's a fun camera to hold, a fun camera to walk around with. She was having fun with the filters that are built into it. So, there was that fisheye lens filter, which you saw earlier on, and there were some film grain effects and just things like that. And just the user interface, which Samantha said it's one of the easiest that she's used. And that's something we agree on too. Camera, hands down, apart from Hasselblad, has the best user interface. So, really, for someone stepping up from a smartphone is going to jump into this camera and they're going to have a simple experience using it. There's nothing complicated, just basically set up and go. And that's the reason why I like Canon cameras. They're so easy to use. But in terms of features that really make it stand out, there's nothing.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's so sad.
image quality's mediocre. The touchscreen is nice. Autofocus is good, but it's not the best I've seen in cameras at this price point. If you're a vlogger, it's nice and light. It does have digital stabilization for video, no stabilization for stills. So yeah, it's just kind of a weird one, man.
It seems like it. So we said who, we said what, when. So this sucks in low light, and you can't use it
Hmm.
in the rain.
Right, absolutely.
So basically, you're using it in the daytime on like
Hmm.
trips, and if you decide to go out at night, basically leave it at home and bring your phone instead.
You got it,
I
absolutely.
can't believe we're saying that in 2021.
I know, it's really shocking, isn't it?
Right. Who, what,
Yep.
when, where. We talked about that already. Why? You're still wrapping your head around why you would buy this, wouldn't you?
Yeah, as of right now, after a week of use or so, I can't figure out any reason why I would buy this. It's not like it's going to be a stepping point for you to jump up into RF mount cameras once you start becoming more proficient with photography or more comfortable with your skills. It's because at that point, if you buy this camera, you're going to have to sell everything, sell all your lenses, and jump into another new platform with the RF mount. So it's such a hard sell.
It sounds like it. Oh man.
Hmm.
All right, let's check one more time. It doesn't look like there are any more questions about this. YouTube doesn't have any questions. No more questions about it here. Man,
Hmm.
that's a letdown. How long were we waiting for this camera? For
I'm sorry,
review?
what was that?
How long were we waiting for this thing for
Oh,
review?
I mean, this came out in October of last year.
Yeah, and we only just got it in.
We only just got it. In fact, I've alluded a couple of times in a few of our recent articles there might be a reason why it's taken so long to get a review unit. And I think we're finding out why,
Hmm.
unfortunately.
Oh man, that's so sad.
Hmm. Yeah, I went into this expecting a little bit more than the M50, and unfortunately, it seems like all they've done is stick a clean HDMI port in it, upgraded the autofocus a little bit, and stuck a higher price tag on it.
You know, I agree with you. I think this is going to be the end of EFM.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't see it going much further than this, honestly.
Oh man. But you know, in that case, then why even release a new model?
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure that one out. It's basically the same camera as the first iteration.
Yeah, but like you said, this is $599, so double that price, and you get the EOS RP.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is a full frame, almost, pretty fully featured camera. Yeah, makes no sense.
I'm sort of disappointed. Like I thought
Yeah,
this version of Canon was gone. You know.
I know. I was thinking the same thing, but no, it's alive and well.
Why? Okay. Well, thank you so much, Brett. Appreciate
Yeah,
your doing that.
absolutely.
All right, so now we're going to go into the Jitso Legend camera
It's gonna
bag.
it's gonna take me a while to get used to saying Jitso. Now I feel bad for saying it wrong for so long now.
Yeah, it's crazy. One of their ambassadors was actually over my apartment yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, the Gitzo." I'm like, "It's apparently Jitso."
My gosh, even their ambassadors don't know.
Exactly. So for this segment, I'm going to have to put the bag on at certain times, so I will be getting up, but right now I will not be.
Hmm.
What we're talking about right now is the Jitso Legend backpack. You got the tripod, right?
Yes, I
That's
do.
what I thought. Okay. Um, as some of you folks know, we have reviewed the most backpacks of any photography blog out there. Like even the bag manufacturers realize it. When I was talking with one of the marketing managers the other day on the phone, he was like, "Yeah, I know you guys have done the most. This is it. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it doesn't look the green that it actually is in camera, but it is green.
Gotcha.
Maybe in some angles it looks a little bit more green the way it is.
Yeah, I kind of see hints of it, maybe.
Yeah, it's a very dark green, like an earthy green,
Hmm.
right? So, what's so special about this bag? They are trying to push this on the outdoor style photographers quite a bit by talking
Hmm.
about the fact that they're using very sustainable resources. They were saying that about the leather, about the canvas. I believe there's recycled material put into this. It seems like they're should be hitting it out of the park.
Hmm.
Not totally the case, unfortunately, and that really disappoints me. Even when I was talking with the marketing manager the other day on the phone, like he was like, "Well, what do you like about it?" And I'm like, "Okay, I like these things." He's like, "Well, what do you not like about it?" And of course, I'm gonna be me, you know. And he was like, "Really? We did that?" Like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So let's get into some of the good things. Let's give you guys a little bit of an overview first. So it's a
Sure.
backpack, right? Way to get in here. This is for the top compartment. Very standard. What I'm
Hmm.
used to from very many backpacks too is some sort of zipper mechanism over here to get in. You can't
Right.
do that. You
That's
can't.
odd.
Pardon?
That's odd.
Yeah, I know. You can't do that.
Yeah.
These zippers, they have a locking mechanism. All of them. So you have to unlock them first, and then you can get in like that.
Gotcha.
And this is really tiny. I guess I would put like lens filters in there, passports, maybe some
Hmm.
lotion, hand sanitizer, maybe. That's about it.
Gotcha.
Before I get into the top, I want to talk about the sides. So these sides are, well, at least this one is expandable, and it's got this really cool zipper around it. It makes it even bigger.
Oh, nice.
So now you can put your tripod in there, or if you
Hmm.
wish, you can put a giant thermos in there, the way I usually do.
There you go.
And then on top of that, you have another pocket on the side to do even more.
That's
So you have two pockets literally in one side of the camera bag.
that's actually really cool. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's awesome. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's brilliant.
wonderful. And then when you need to, you just sort of zip them up. Man, this is unwieldy to do. I should never do this again.
I like the fact that you can collapse that down though. A lot of backpacks they come with just pockets that are oversized to begin with, and they're just kind of there flapping around. So that's really cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And some of them are using like elastic to really keep things in, but like it's
Hmm.
expandable. I like that. It's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
Um, that also means you can put the tripod on the side.
Hmm.
Personally, I'm one of those guys that really likes to put the tripod on the bottom, but there
Sure.
are unfortunately no places here that you can attach straps to put the tripod on the bottom. And that's
Gotcha.
very unfortunate because one of, I think it was Manfrotto, who is a sister company,
Hmm.
one of their bags, I think it was like the Manhattan Change Up.
Yep.
It was like a tote that was also a backpack and could be a messenger bag. You
Hmm.
could put a tripod on the bottom, or you could put like a knapsack or something else like that. It
Hmm.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this doesn't have that.
It makes you wonder why they decided to eliminate that feature then.
I'm really wondering myself.
Yeah.
On the other side is another pocket here. And, just like the other one, it's not expandable. It's just a pocket. So
Hmm.
that works. And in here, I'm going to try to close this, and I believe in myself. I can do it. All right. All right. Okay, cool. Here is where you access your camera.
Okay.
And that is the only place where you can access your camera.
That's it.
That's it. So, check it, right? Leica SL2S, right
Mm-hmm.
here. Take it out. Of course, it's a little small, but I also decided to put a giant camera in there. Cool.
Gotcha.
Got it. No problems. Um, Sony stuff can fit in there a little bit better. Canon stuff, slightly better. The
Mm-hmm.
Panasonic S5 will do great.
Oh yeah.
Nikon's bodies will do great. Just the bigger stuff is not really going to do well. So this or like
Right.
the Panasonic S1, the S1R, S1H. That stuff's it's a little snug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, here's the part that I really don't understand. If you want to get to your other lenses, you have to go in here, undo the dividers, and now you get to your other lens.
You're kidding me. So when you're saying this is the only way, there's no zipper on the back to open up to find all your gear and nothing like that.
I confirmed it with Italy. Or you undo this top, and you decide that you want to take out your Pro Photo Light and other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you want to take out one divider, and then you get your lens.
Wow. They must have put something funky in their cappuccinos when they designed this thing. this makes no sense.
It makes 0 sense, Brett.
That's ridiculous.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm talking to, I think you and Hillary were on the email where I was talking to one of our reps.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, well, there's only 100 in America. I haven't held one yet. And then he puts me in touch with the other one. The other one's talking to me. He's like, I haven't held one yet. There's only like 100 in America. What's going on? And then they're like, we did that? No, that doesn't sound right. Let me put you in touch with Italy. Italy says, yes, they did that.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
Yes. So it is only good for, I guess, if you want one camera in there and maybe like a couple of lenses that you're never going to use.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. But
that's about it, yeah.
All right, so let's investigate a little bit more, right? And I really should put this on. Excuse the fact that I've had 4 slices of pizza today. Anyway, so I'm going to put this bag on. And it looks pretty okay.
It looks great. I love the styling of it.
Yeah, it's actually very comfortable. But I have to tighten it more. Right. Unfortunately, I wish I didn't have to, because I would love to have a sternum strap right here. They don't have one. I would love to have a waist strap right here. You've known, I like to say BC, before COVID. I used to go through airports like crazy. And I'd have one backpack, and I'd have another giant duffel bag. And in this case, I would have the backpack with all the photo gear, and there would be like a waist strap for me to have 75 pounds of gear and go through an airport at JFK to go from Terminal 1 to like Terminal 4. And I'd be okay. There isn't even a spot for a waist strap. No slots.
Nothing at all.
No.
Wow.
You could probably do like a sternum strap if you decided to jerry rig something. But that's about it.
You shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that.
No.
You shouldn't have to do that at all.
That's such a shame because that's such a sharp looking bag, man. I was expecting more from it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And actually now I have to go in and I have to redo the entire inside because I obviously just took it out. Oh, so laptop. Laptop compartment.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? The zipper's locked. That's good.
Yep.
Laptop compartment. No problems. Easy.
What size laptop we putting in there? 15? 13?
I'm not sure. I haven't put any of them in there yet, partially because I really hate my MacBook Pro.
Gotcha.
Do I have Lenovo? No, my Lenovo is packed up. The one I was reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess it seems like it can accommodate 15.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fairly standard size.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's also just some random zippers around, like this one up here. You
Mm-hmm.
can store like tiny little things in there, like let's say maybe a passport can fit in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
SD cards,
Yeah.
case, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Over here there's like another sort of strap thing. And ooh, what is this actually? Oh, you know what? This might be the sternum strap. But they said that it didn't
Ah.
have one.
Now, is that on the
Oh, no,
side
no,
with the
no.
expandable pocket
This is
to hold a tripod in, maybe?
yeah, this is for a tripod, you're right.
Yeah. So that's still pretty cool that that's there.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yep.
You're right about that. So there's no sternum strap, but there is a strap to hold the tripod up here, which is very nice and slips
Yep.
away very tightly.
I was gonna say I like that you can slide that away if you don't need it, because I hate when I have a bag and those things are just flapping around all over the place.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they put a lot of aesthetic design into this.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't put a lot of practical design into this.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're a photographer who goes around and needs to get to your gear quickly or get to change your lens out quickly, this just isn't gonna happen with this bag.
Exactly. What is nice is this is sort of expandable because of the pull tie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. You know, you can like expand how much it carries, which I've always loved for certain
Sure.
bags. There are no straps or pockets or anything like that up here.
Gotcha.
It's just, I don't know when I would ever practically use this thing.
No, I can't. No, absolutely. The slow access to my gear would make it a deal breaker for me on the backpack.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I'm looking around and, like, I have so many other bags. Like, this is, like, a Tenba over here. And, like, I have a Billingham and, like, an old Bag Smart. And I have a Wandered over there. And I've used all those for work. None of them are anywhere as stylish. Wow, you are stylish. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it is a beautiful bag.
Yeah, I really wish any of those were half as stylish. And if literally all they did was put the front pocket, I'd probably forgive the no sternum strap and the no waist strap.
You know, I would even be okay if there was just an access panel on the back for me to be able to get to my lenses and camera gear rather than taking out every single piece of padding inside the thing.
There is not. However, they have a little strap for like, you know, those rollers. If you want to put it there. This is actually quite comfortable. It's very, very padded, like super thick. Yeah, man, like, you know what it is too? Like, I love this bag. It's beautiful. That problem is going to annoy me in real life use. I haven't admittedly used it yet for shooting. This past weekend, I think I walked like maybe 2 miles or something like that with a Leica lens that I'm reviewing. That's really about it.
Gotcha.
It didn't really warrant me bringing this whole thing.
Sure.
I will have to do because, you know, now I have the first dose of the vaccine. You get your second one soon, right?
Next Saturday.
Yeah,
Well, this
there you
coming
go.
Saturday. Yeah.
Folks, get your doses. I will be doing a 4-mile walk with this thing.
Gotcha.
Fully packed. And we'll see how much I hate my life after that.
I would be willing to put a bet down saying that day will not be very good for you.
I'm gonna have to wear comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
If there is sharp wind, it will really suck.
Is it weatherproof? Is there any kind of coating on there for it to deal with inclement weather?
I believe. Well, there's a weather thing. Like
Gotcha.
a cover. I guess
Cover,
what I'll
okay.
do is do some
See
of
if it
this.
repels the water. Yeah.
It's like beating off.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
See that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad at all.
All right, so I'm gonna rub that in. We're gonna simulate a normal day in Oklahoma.
There you go.
It's not going through.
Good.
I think it's because of the many layers. You can sort of feel it.
Mhm.
It's very thick, actually.
Gotcha.
It's like those cloths that your grandma would put over a couch to hide the fact that it's been used for a while.
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Jeez. I
Yeah.
I don't know. This could have been the perfect backpack, man.
Hmm.
It really could have been the perfect backpack. But like, I'm trying to figure out like you're more of an outdoors guy than I am.
Hmm.
If you were just going on a hike and you were gonna bring your camera, you'd probably have your camera strapped around you instead, or like maybe using like, I don't know, like having it in your hand with a wrist strap, and it might not even be in the bag at all.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true. Again, it would just depend on how bad the hike is, how strenuous it is. Sometimes I'll put my camera away. But then, you could be in a situation where you're out hiking and the light is changing rapidly and you need to get in and get your camera out and you need to get the extra wide lens that isn't attached to your camera yet. And that's really going to stop you from being able to take shots quickly.
No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you would go urbexing with this. This is too nice of a bag.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's really odd.
Yeah.
It's,
If I were
they've
going
got,
from photo studio to photo studio with this, it would probably annoy me that I would have to open the bag up and then have to go
hmm
undo all the dividers in order to get to my other
yeah,
pieces of lens. Or like, I mean, my lights and stuff like that, I can keep them up here. That's fine.
sure.
That's fine. But if I'm going from like photo studio to photo studio, also my back's gonna hurt after a while. I'm gonna have to do that thing where you walk around like this.
Hmm.
If I can get the bag on, like do that thing like this the entire time. You walk
Right.
like 20 blocks like this
Oh,
instead of
yeah.
just like this.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's just the fact that you have to basically rebuild your entire setup on the inside in terms of padding and dividers bugs me too.
Yeah.
I like getting my camera bag set up and just knowing everything's going to be there where I need it to be every single time, rather than having to put the dividers back in and get everything set back up again.
Yeah. No, it's really annoying.
Yep.
Looking at the comments very quickly. If you're carrying studio gear, a rolling case makes a lot more sense. I agree with you. For me, studio gear is like a pro photo light, like I just pulled out of this thing, and like a
Hmm.
small beauty dish that's like collapsible, or like a flash. I hate rollers.
Yeah.
I just hate rollers. I really do. Um, Someone said clothes. Yeah, you could put clothes up here. Absolutely.
Hmm.
The bottom. I mean, here's the other thing too. I was trying to figure out. I'm like, what if you reconfigured it? Like, put the camera gear up top for
Hmm.
quicker access, and then the bottom would be just for like random stuff. So if I did that, let me unlock this. Let me see if my Pro Photo light can fit in the bottom.
Sure.
Gonna rip out these dividers again. Okay. So my Pro Photo light, right? The B10. Remember, I have one of the dividers, the top one, removed. Okay,
Fits in there pretty
that
well.
could probably be done.
Yeah.
But then all the heavyweights on the bottom.
Yeah. And then your camera's not protected as well up the top either.
Why do you say that?
Is there not as much padding in the top? I mean, in terms of dividers to keep it nice and snug in there, or is it going to be banging around?
You can put a lot of divider padding in there, and actually,
Okay.
the padding's fairly thick.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually pretty thick. Like, here's my iPhone.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's almost like iPhone thick. As I turn the light on, wow, okay. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to try to figure that out as I use this thing.
Yeah.
I might have to reconfigure it to put all the camera gear up top. It's just that's also gonna prove a little hard to do because the whole material up top is not as conducive as the bottom to the Velcro.
Gotcha. Someone is asking, what do you think the D-rings are for on the straps, if not for a sternum strap? You think they're just there for aesthetics, or?
Sometimes they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are. But, like, yeah, this is going to be really tough. This entire bottom area is designed for Velcro, and this entire top area is not designed for Velcro.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
have to get, like another, divider holder thing to put in here.
Yeah.
It's crazy, too, because, like, there are these little, like, straps inside, too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what they're for. And quite honestly, all of the demo stuff that I've seen doesn't really address any of this.
Interesting.
So we're really breaking new ground here on this bag, and it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna have to figure it out.
It's going to be interesting to see what you come up with. I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty strict about bags too. I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So disappointed.
two frustrating products we've looked at tonight so far.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's think about this. Let's sum it up. Who is this bag for? This bag
Mm-hmm.
is for people who are backing the IndieGogo project and who want something a little bit more stylish, may have one camera, or
Mm-hmm.
might decide that they are going to take out all of the internal dividers and all that stuff and just use it as like a stylish backpack. Cool.
Sure.
No problems. No problems at all. What makes this so special? If you care about the environment, they're using sustainable materials. It's probably going to last you a lot of years. These things are very well built.
Right.
Not going to have any problems with that. Only one color. Yes, it's only in the green with the brown leather accents, which I'm okay with.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I really like. You know what? I might be able to do this. So I'm going to use my iPhone.
Sure.
Maybe you might be able to see that it's nope.
Mm-mm.
It's not showing up green. That's white balance for you folks. When this can be used, it's not even cold season right now. I can't test it in the snow. We might have snow
Right.
next week. I don't know. We're gonna have some rain next week, so I will definitely test it in the rain. As you saw, though, I poured some water on it and it was fine.
Yeah, it beat it up pretty well.
Who, what, when, where? Where would I take this? I have no idea. I'm gonna have to figure
Yeah.
that out. The lack of a sternum strap and the lack of a waist strap really, really hurts
Mm-hmm.
ergonomically. Like every other brand has spoiled me with that. Ever since Wander
Sure.
did it, I was like, "Oh, this is great."
It makes such a big difference.
Yeah. Especially if you're carrying like a lot of heavy gear and you put not a backpack. I'm sorry, a laptop in there.
Yeah.
So much of a difference. Who, what,
Oh,
when,
absolutely.
where, how? How would I pack this thing? And I don't really know yet. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of playing around, I think.
I'm kind of getting stressed thinking about it.
I can see the frustration building up, man.
Yeah. Looks like there's other only one color. Someone saying yuck. Let's see on Facebook. Chris is saying, "Oh my god." Um, Chris is also saying, "I like RAI Co-op Trail 40, which has sternum and waist strap." Yeah, that's awesome. I agree with you. I don't actually think I've ever stepped foot into an REI store, but more power to them then in that case, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what's going on. You got any questions personally, Brett, for this?
Not really, man. I'm just looking forward to seeing how you kind of rig it up to get it to work for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out myself. I have
Yeah.
taken like other bags and just like put dividers and like camera holders in there before, and it's
Mm-hmm.
worked. I don't think that's gonna work here.
Yeah. What's the I do have a question. What's the price on that bag?
Let's take a look. IndieGogo, Gitzo Legend. Because we didn't even report on it because they gave it to us late. I was just like, yeah, just
Right.
send us a review it instead. Wow. So I think they're only selling it like combined with the tripod and total.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, the traveler tripod kits. Oh, so the early bird for the bag was 179.
Okay, it's not too bad.
That's actually pretty good versus the
Yeah.
229 that it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted both of them together, the tripod and the bag, you get 33% off. It's 679, whereas otherwise it's like 1020.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Um, and the tripod you're getting 35% off. It's 519
Gotcha.
versus it being 799. So, even for 229, man, this bag isn't bad.
It's not terrible. I've seen bags that cost a lot more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a standard thing for like Ona and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And even Onas aren't really built all the best. I have a Monterey. I think I put it in my closet. I'm trying to give it away right now. I'm just like, man, this thing is not built for my body at
There you go.
all. Every
Hey, if it
now,
doesn't work, it doesn't work. I've had bags like that
yeah,
before.
every
Yeah.
now and again, I'll just go through like sales and like I buy bags to see if I can find the right
Mm-hmm.
one for me, and then also to like test even more because that way it's like, oh, Chris gets all these free bags. No, we actually sometimes buy some of them. This
Yep.
one we didn't. My bag smart that's over there, I did, but that thing's like 89 bucks. We're selling a lot of them on Amazon on site.
Yeah, they're really pretty cheap and they're a great bag.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, for the money, it's not bad. It's just I don't
A
know if
little
it's a camera
frustrating.
bag. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. Are there? Looks like your stream cut out for a second, and then now it's back.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Um, do they have a refund policy? I had one. I had major regrets from buying the Wandered Kickstarter. I remember you had that, Michael. I don't know. I don't think Indiegogo would do that because you're backing, like a project. It's sort of like an investment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. With that said, there's a ton of Wandered bros. There's a ton of Peak Design bros. You could sit there and just be like, "Hey, this bag, like, you can get it for $120, but if you give me $400, you can buy it off me right now." And the Peak Design dudes will be like, "Here's, take my $400." Um, and you can profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you get it all in singles though, because then you can put her in your bathtub and you could like swim in like the singles, the four
There
hundred
you
dollars
go.
in singles. Um, Someone said Eek. Eek was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Eek the cat. No one's saying anything else. It's really nice to see the delay between Riverside and Facebook because on Facebook I was just like doing the whole thing with my arms just now.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. Um. Okay. It seems like we're all set, man.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Look,
All right.
look at that. Looking forward to hearing more about that bag, man.
Yeah. We'll
I
see.
want to hear about your adventures with it
Or misadventures or hatred or
or
whatever.
misadventures. Yeah.
I'm sure you'll see something in the Facebook chat with our team, or I'm just like, why? What am I doing with this bag?
Yeah.
All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. It means a hell of a lot to us. You have no idea. Thank you so much once again. We will be back next week doing this again. And we will keep streaming to Facebook, keep streaming to YouTube. We're still trying to figure out how this totally works. I know that there is a call-in feature for some of you folks where you can actually call in and like ask us questions. We're just still trying to figure all that out. At least here on Riverside FM. But we're going to keep streaming to Facebook and YouTube. And as I said, we're going to try to figure out Twitter and Twitch as well. So stay tuned for that. And as always, you can check this live on Facebook, no problems. You can check it out. I'll probably set it to like be able to check out on YouTube, and then you'll be able to check it out later on in broken up segments as well. So WGS on the front strap, for if not the sternum strap, that are the D-ring. Thank God. Oh, thanks back at you. Oh, never mind.
I think they put their naming as a question.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, folks. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, and take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so let me stop the recording, and now it's uploading, and that might be it. Yeah, that might be it, man.
So they can't call in?
No, they can't. I don't know why no one called in. I don't know what's going on. We have to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out at some point. Maybe they can only call in. Well, no. Wonder if they can only call in when we're actually doing the show. Maybe.
I don't know. Like, there's nothing in the settings about that. Like, people should be able to call in. We got to figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm at least glad that there's a chat there that people can use as well, though. So that helps a lot.
No, I agree with you about that. All right, let me hang up and let me go edit these, and you enjoy your night, man.
Sounds like a plan. You
All
do
right,
the same,
bye-bye.
brother. Take care. Bye-bye.